Galactus, the devourer of worlds, the cosmic entity who consumes entire planets to survive.
Wait, planets? Dude, I thought you said plants. Look at... We'll make this work. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Baus, and today I am going to turn this awesome Galactus Popcorn Bucket into this awesome planter. And I'm going to do it all without damaging the bucket and spending very, very little money on top of the 80 bucks that this thing cost. So to get started, I had a couple of rules. One, I don't want to damage this bucket. I spent a lot of money on it. It's really stinking cool. And look, its eyes light up. That's awesome. But because its eyes light up, that means it's got batteries. So that's something else I have to consider. Don't damage the bucket, but also don't let those batteries get wet, because last I checked, that's a bad thing. I also don't want to spend a lot of money because, look, this bucket was expensive. I bought it back in July when the movie came out, and it was just delivered December 31st, 2025. That's how long it took to get here. But now I want to make it more functional because I'm not going to eat popcorn out of it. This thing is gigantic, like humongous, and it's deep all the way to the bottom, right? That's way too much popcorn. I also don't want to get it all greasy and salty because I want to protect the thing. And then my last ground rule is that I wanted it to be really easy to swap plants in and out of so that I don't always have to have the same plant in Galactus's head. I'm going to start with this coleus that I have just because it's available. It's winter time right now, and so I have houseplants. I don't have what I will eventually be putting in here, which is a pepper. I'm going to grow a Hangzhou space pepper variety, one of the 10. I'm not sure which, but I will be starting seeds for that, and I want to be able to transplant it into Galactus's head. And so to get started on this project, I grabbed my trusty tape measure, measured out how wide the circle is. It's actually an oval, so do length and width. Turns out it's just under 7 inches, like just under 7 inches. And so what I need is a nursery pot, something cheap, easy, probably have tons of them laying around if you're like me and you have a bunch of plants, right? I went and looked. I have these clear 7-inch nursery pots that I use to put inside of decorative planters so that, again, I can bottom water. I don't have to worry about things dripping out, but it can still have drainage. These are great, but will it fit? Turns out that fits really good. For the Galactus planter, you will want a pot that has a 7-inch diameter and a lip. It needs to have this little lip here so that it has something to hang from. Otherwise, it's just going to fall in. There's a problem, though. That's a lot of holes. These are great pots because they have great drainage. But if you put this in here and then you pour water on your plant, it's going to drip through and it's going to go right into the batteries at the bottom. Now you access the batteries from the bottom here. It's fairly well sealed off with the plastic, but I'm not taking any chances. So I need to have some sort of a catch tray or a drip tray or something to prevent that water from getting all the way down there when this drips. Smooth. Luckily, these come with drip trays. So I got, I think, 15 of these from Amazon at one point for 20 bucks, right? So that's like $1.33 a piece for both the saucer and the pot. That's a killer deal. You should always have these around if you got plants, house plants, vegetable plants, whatever. They're really handy to have. This is gonna go all the way down to the bottom here, and there is little ridges in the bottom of this that I think it'll sit on just fine. All right, this is a little tricky because I have to be able to see down into this thing, which is, again, it's humongous. But if I kind of tilt it, that sounds great, I bet, on the microphone. But that's in there perfect now. So now I've got my drip tray in there. That means nothing's gonna get to the battery. Perfect, right? I'm not gonna actually water this in here once I have it. I'll take it out to water it and let most of it drain off, but it's still gonna drip a little bit. I've got peace of mind knowing that there's a tray there now. The rest of it's pretty darn straightforward. You know this fits in here. So now we need to make this fit in this piece of cake. I've got potting mix, pre-moistened. It's got some slow release organic fertilizer in it. Just gonna I'm gonna make a mess on my table here. Little bit here at the bottom. Because I'm doing transplant, I am gonna take my beautiful coleus here that is poorly pruned, so it looks a little funny. Well, you can see, like, look at this. I wasn't putting a whole lot of effort into my pruning, okay? So it's kind of funny shaped. That's fine. Every plant is special in its own way. I'm gonna turn this guy upside down. Just starting to get some roots here, so it didn't need a repot, but it's getting one. I'm gonna loosen that up a tiny bit just to make sure those roots don't keep circling. Make a mess all over the place. All right. And carefully drop it into your pot. You want to be gentle. Fill the rest of this in with our fresh potting mix. And we're just about done. If you don't know, this popcorn bucket was the largest popcorn bucket ever made available at a theater, I guess. It was with the Fantastic Four First Steps movie, came out summer of 2025. And to prove that it was actually the largest popcorn bucket ever, they had Guinness records come out, the Guinness Book of World Records, and validate that. And it came with a little diploma saying it has a Guinness Book of World Records record. So that's cool, I guess. We're just about done here. Not packing it in too tight, just really want to make sure around those edges it's not just going to cave back in. Now that my hands are a mess, I want to not make Galactus a mess. That was part of the point of this whole thing, right? Wipe the rim off, make sure that you don't have any loose soil sticking to the sides. Obviously you have that catch tray if you need it. All we have to do now is drop your plant in. And we got ourselves a planter. You know, just adjust however you see fit. I think that looks pretty cool. Other than you can see some of these sad looking leaves here. Pruning, I'll take care of that. But what I love about this is that while it is, in fact, pretty much invisible, right? It looks like it's growing out of Galactus at this point. I have no fears. I can still turn his lights on. Nothing's going to drip down onto the batteries. I can just lift this out in the future, drop a different plant in, right? Piece of cake. No damage, next to no dollars. I spent, what, $1.30 on the pot, and I already had the coleus growing from the cutting, and then I always had potting mix around, so I didn't have to spend anything new at least. And then just $80 for the popcorn bucket. I thought this was a fun project. I'm going to be using this forever as a planter from here on out. But I'll know that, you know, in 20 years when I need it to fund my retirement, I'll be able to sell this for at least $40. But there it is. Look at this beautiful planter. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think that anybody can do stuff like this so easily. Look for those opportunities, right? Look around your house. What can you use as a planter? Even if you don't want to damage it, use an inner pot like that, put something in there to catch any drips, you're good to go. So what's the coolest thing you've ever made into a planter? Was it a Galactus popcorn bucket? Probably not. But you've probably done some really cool projects if you're a nerd like me. Let me know in the comments below, what's the favorite thing you've ever made into a planter that wasn't designed to be, and how did you do it? If you like this video, please hit subscribe, hit the like button, it helps me out a lot. And if you didn't like this video and you're still watching it, like, thank you. That was pretty cool of you. Always remember, even when we're devouring worlds, plants help us grow.